Hello, Panther fans, and welcome to the Panther COMMS podcast with your host, Timmy V.O. Hello, Panther fans. Timmy V.O. here with the Panther COMMS podcast. Good Lord of mercy. I'm glad that one's over. So the Panthers went down to Jacksonville, ran into a storm, and ran into another storm. Yep. If you didn't know already, Panther fans, we lost the game 26-10. Based on a lot of turnovers, a lot of missed tackles, a lot of dropped passes. Apparently our offense can't get plays in a timely manner still. Let me talk about that first, and I'll get into the stats and all this other stuff. And thanks for checking out the podcast. I'm glad to be back. Don't get me wrong. I'm glad to be back, but at the same time, I'm extremely frustrated because I didn't think the offense would look that bad. The defense, I kind of thought they would be shaky, especially in the run game, because you don't come back like that with your type of run defensive style. But the offense, I didn't see this coming, especially all those drops, the miscues, and Bryce doing too much. He almost put us in a pick six situation if a flag wasn't called in that play. It's very unfortunate that this came about, but this is where we are. So on the Monday in the box, I talk about the box score and some stats, what I saw in the game. I haven't seen the film yet. I record this immediately after the game. And I have to say one thing I did enjoy about this game was, I got a chance to listen to Jake and Luke on I believe 99.7, I believe. I got to listen to those guys talk football and all that good stuff. So that was cool. That was cool. All right, so I'm gonna share some stats with you guys, and let's talk. Let's talk. Let's see if we can get this bad boy up here. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. That's me. Here we go. Boom. There we go. All right. So overall statistics. We'll start with that. Okay. Bryce Young, horrible. Next statistic. But no, 35 attempts, 154 yards, one touchdown to the running back, and a pick. Not what you want to see. Chuba's only 16 carries. Clearly when his carries are less than 20, we normally take an L. There you go. Bryce had 40 yards rushing. Dowdle, he only had 3 carries. And ETN, hopped in there too for one. Ted was doing his thing. He had 9 targets, got 5 catches for 68 yards. I hate that he didn't get that touchdown. And as he gets older, as he gets more polished, I guess you could say, hopefully he'll understand how to position his body. When the defender's on his back like that and the ball's in the air, he can position his body, do a box out, so to say, and get both hands up there and catch the football. Keyshawn Johnson was really good at that. All those big receivers, Moss was good at doing that. That whole box out thing. Gronk was really good at that. Now, granted, his frame's a lot bigger than Ted, but that's something that he'll pick up as he gets older, I'm sure. I'm sure of that. All right. Anyway, Chuba had 3 catches off of 5 targets. Jatavion Sanders had 2 catches. It should have been 3. That catch that he should have had, and that Bryce threw up, that was a turning point in that drive, because that would have been a huge momentum boost for that team. And when you're on the road, folks, you need that momentum coming from somewhere at some time. Constantly going on fourth down and not getting points. That's frustrating. When you're losing, You want to see that your team is getting closer to your opponent's score. You don't want to just have that 3 lingering around because you can't convert on downs. Right? It's demoralizing. It's not a. I'm not happy with Dave Canales on those decisions. I'm not a fan. Xavier, Lord of mercy, son. Xavier is just not. He's just not having a good day. I don't know what else to say. He doesn't understand his position on the field, catching the ball going out of bounds. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It just seems there's I don't know. It's weird. Did he have a bad day? Yeah, I think he had a bad day. You have 7 targets, only 3 catches. That's a bad day. Hunter Renfrow didn't play football last year. Xavier did. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just that irks me. That you did all that work in the off season, and now I'm thinking about it. There's one thing about Excel that really chaps my hide. He plays pretty. You know what I'm saying? He plays pretty. That's a big dude. If you've never seen XL up front, that's a big dude. He plays pretty. What I mean by that is when he catches the ball, he's not trying to go north. He wants to go sideways and try to jump and run by people and all this other. But homie, you big, bro. You a big dude. You got a big frame. You need to use it, right? You catching that ball, man. I mean, he don't have that dog in him. He don't. He plays pretty. I'm gonna need him to play more like Coker. Coker's physical. He's a physical receiver. He'll fight with you. You saw, if you guys remember back in the Giants game, I think it was over across the pond last year. Coker put a crap back block on Spider-Man and put him on his can. Coker, he likes to mix it up, Jack. Right? So, if I really wish XL would play more like he got a chip on his shoulder. Stop playing like he's, whatever. That's just me. Anyway, it's good to see Trimble back. I think they're gonna bring him back slowly, I'm sure, because you don't mess around with your back. That's what he had. It was a back surgery. Bryce, another turnover. He had 3 turnovers by himself. You're not gonna win games on the road, folks. Well, turnovers. I don't care if it's 1. I mean, one's hard enough to overcome. When you turn over the ball 3 times, that last pick was, tip passes. You know what I'm saying? And yes, some of the referees could have called PI on some of those instances, but at the end of the day, you got to protect the football. When he decided to tuck the ball and run, he was getting first downs, well, except for the time he fumbled. But it is what it is, folks. It is what it is. Just real quick with the defense, we didn't have any sacks. Trevor Lawrence is an escape. He's an escapee. But we didn't have no sacks whatsoever. We have 1 tackle for a loss. But yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah, nothing really to see off of that. Okay. All right, so we got Arizona next week. Hopefully we can put this game behind us because that was atrocious. But yeah, we got Arizona next week. I'm gonna look for us to run the football. We might have to. Well, I mean, I would hope we would run more 2 tight end, but I'm not quite sure that they're going to rely on Trimble to do that just yet. I know there was a couple of instances when we were in the red zone. We were in the red zone a lot, and again, not getting any points at all. That's not a wise strategy. I think Canales is going to take a lot of heat for that. We went for it on fourth down way too many times. Way too many times. So, all right, you're ready to dive. Let's dive into it. All right, let's get into the box, folks. All right, so what you see here obviously is the official box score of the NFL. Um, and this allows us to do more of a comparison. I mean, compare contrast with the actual numbers of the game. So, if you're looking at Jacksonville over here on the right, obviously you'll notice again, you know, out of the 143 yards, 71 of those was from one run, right? So you subtract that, you wind up with 72 yards. 72 yards off of 15 attempts, which is roughly around well, it's just under five a carry, right? So you gotta be careful about that. Yeah, yes, we gave up a lot of running yards. That's true. Um, but at the same time, we didn't, we don't look like we did last year. You're not going to tell me we look that bad. We did not look that bad on defense. In regards to even though our possessions, our attempts, I should say, offensively were almost the same. When you turning the ball over three times, it's demoralizing. Okay. All right, so we already talked about some of this stuff already, but and again, JC in that interception was beautiful, beautiful interception. JC's JC. That one of the few bright spots from today. And of course, you have the fumbles and all that other good stuff. All right, so third down efficiency. You see that, yeah. You see that, yeah. It says 53%, 8 of 15, 8 of 15. And I know it seemed like we did go for it on fourth down a lot. Well, we only did it twice, granted, but it felt like we did it more than that. It did. But in the first quarter, in the first half, so to say, even with the rain delay, mind you, our third down conversion was pretty darn good. In addition to that, our first drive, which we actually got points off of, the first play on first down, we were averaging around 5.5 to 6 yards on first down, and that was awesome. We were really, whatever Canales had planned out for that first drive was spot on. We were doing it, and Chuba was getting good traction on those plays. So we had six. Yeah. See here, right? Highlight this area here. We have 61 plays to their 63. They only had two. They only ran two more offensive plays than we did. Net rushing yards. Obviously, they smashed us. But they only had 7 more rushing plays than we did. They averaged 1.8 more rushing yards than we did. Passing attempts and completions. And Trevor Lawrence obviously threw a pick too. But yeah, 18 to 35, man. 18 completions out of 35 attempts. And Trevor Lawrence has had 19 completions out of 31 attempts. You got to put things in perspective. It looked really bad for Bryce, but in comparison with the opponent's quarterback, he really didn't play much worse than their quarterback. It's just that we turned the ball over more than they did with our quarterback. Go freaking figure, I swear. This was so humbling as well. I know a lot of Panther fans get their hopes up. Time of possession. Jacksonville only had the ball 2 minutes more than we did. Right? So, I mean, it's exactly. So look, Panther fans, we're going to play Arizona next week. We have a chance to redeem ourselves. There are 15 games left to play. Okay. Bryce looked extremely frustrated with Canales, and I'm glad. That means he's a competitor, and he's going to hold a standard, and people are going to have to step the heck up. Either going to step up or step out. period. I don't think Dan Morgan is the type of person that gets used to losing. Like, he's going to give you a chance, but eventually he's going to pull that cord. That goes for XL, that goes for Sanders, and that goes for Big Boom and Wallace in the middle at the Mike position. People going to have to step up. And unfortunately, this was a very sloppy game. It was sloppy from the coaching standpoint. It was sloppy from an execution standpoint. Especially on defense. And I'm gonna wrap up here in just a second, folks. I'm venting. Hang with me. A lot of people were not playing in their lanes, and you see that in defense. When people aren't used to playing with each other, they don't necessarily trust each other. Sorry if you hear my dogs in the background. They're frustrated too. They play selfish. When you play selfish, and Luke talked about this too several years back. When we had Luke and TD, and the defense was kind of not playing well together, but eventually they got their shit together and they started to gel. That's what we're seeing right now with our defense. Whether it's ever or not is beside the point, because he's not going to be here much longer if he keeps playing. If his players keep playing like this, that's not the point. The point is that the defense, our starting defense, is playing selfish when it comes to the skill position, the back seven. They seem like they're playing selfish, especially when it comes to taking that first step on a run play. Pointers. When you play in the linebacker position, especially a middle linebacker position, you have to be really good at reading your cues. Normally when it comes to the linebacker position, your cue is going to be the offensive line, clearly. Okay. Well, it depends on what your responsibility is, but ultimately, if you're looking for a run play and you're reacting, as soon as that lineman takes a step upfield and they come towards you off the line of scrimmage, you need to find your gap, right? Your gap of responsibility and your gap of probability, a cutback lane, somewhere that the running back might go based on where the linemen are coming at you. Wallace and Big Boom don't have that chemistry yet, especially at game speed. And people will tell you, man, preseason is one thing, but game day is game day. It's a completely different animal. We saw that today. It seemed like our team was playing slow. It seemed like they were playing slow. No, I guess that's the best way I can put it. And going forward, I'm pretty sure Coach Canals will get them out of the funk. I just hope that it's sooner than later, because this was disheartening, very, very. But anyway, thanks for checking out the PantherComs podcast, folks. Week 1, Monday in the box, and we'll see you back here next week after the Arizona game. Of course, if you haven't subscribed, please do. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. So keep pounding, Panther fans. Keep your head up. I mean, if you were expecting a 40-0 trampling by the Panthers, and I figured we could pull it out, but I didn't think we'd get beat like that. And that offense really disappointed me. I'm gonna keep saying that because But hey, y'all be good, Panther Nation. Keep pounding.